So after my meltdown in yesterday's episode, we need to have a bit of a chat about the future of the series and my time in Africa. But we also have a South African Knockout Cup final to take place against Sundowns. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the video, Friday the 13th, no less. Let me know in the comments if you're superstitious when it comes to Friday the 13th, because I hate Friday the 13th. But anyway, let's get on with things. We need to have a bit of a chat first, because as you know from yesterday's video, I had a bit of a meltdown in yesterday's video. And if we go and look at the schedule screen, the last time you was here yesterday, we had the game against Kaizer Chiefs, which we lost 1-0, and then Sekhukhune United, which we lost 2-0. Failing to score a goal, conceding 3 goals in 2 games. Yeah, it weren't a good time. Since then, I've changed formation as well. I've changed from the 4-3-3 to a 4-2-4 formation. And against Uppington City, it seemed to work. We won 4-0. Isaac Mofokeng getting 2 goals, and Kobo getting a goal, and Shuen getting a goal as well. A nice comfortable 4-0 win. They had a player sent off on 77 minutes as well. Then we played Amazulu, who we drew with earlier on in the season in the league, in the South African Knockout Cup quarter-final. That was a 3-3 draw, but Fernando Benjamin getting 2 goals for us, and Shweni also getting a goal. 2-2 after 90 minutes, went to extra time, finished 3-3. We won on penalties. Then we played Amazulu again, and this game here, it was a 1-1 draw, and Kobo with the goal for us. They had a player sent off for 46 minutes. I went from a balanced mentality to an attacking mentality. I wanted to try and win the game. We couldn't muster a shot on target in basically the entire second half. So that's basically 3 times we played Amazulu and 3 draws effectively against them. Then we played Amatuks in the league. 25 days between games because there was an international break. And it was a 5-3 win. It was a nightmare of a game. It really was. They went 1-0 up from the penalty spot. We then came back to make it 1-1 through Shweni. They then went 2-1 up. We then came back to make it 2-2. They then went 3-2 up. We came back to make it 3-3. May and Bella with both the goals there. And then in the second half, Mofokeng and Kanya Moses getting 2 goals to give us a 5-3 win. So our new formation has produced results in effectively 2 wins and 2 draws. It's also resulted in us conceding 7 goals in them 4 games. So I still have this issue with us defensively because I feel like we're rubbish defensively. But when you look at the stats in terms of the league, we're the second best defensive team in the league. And I mean, we've conceded 14 goals in 12 games, which isn't really a great defensive record. To me, a great defensive record after 12 games would be you've conceded 5 or 6 goals, not 14. We are the 6th worst for scoring goals. We've only scored 21 in those 12 games. We're not even averaging 2 goals a game. So going forward seems to be the issue with us. I've come to the conclusion that everybody's goalkeeper is rubbish. Everyone's defence is rubbish. Everyone concedes goals. It's basically just a case of who can score the most. But what I have been doing is obviously, in the last episode, I said I'm going to quit. I've had enough. And if I'd carried on playing the game, I would have done. But I logged out. I went out, touched some grass, had some fun, and came back with a bit of a clearer head. I just thought to myself, do you know what? I can't just quit when I've still got other tactics to try and use. I need to try and make it work. Even if it's just I stay for this season. If it doesn't work by the end of the season, then I leave. Or maybe it does work by the end of the season and I carry on where I am at Cape Town City, or maybe move to a better team within South Africa. Between us, I don't think there really is too many better teams in South Africa. I think we are at one of the very best teams. We just need to try and make it work. What is mad though is, like I say, we had 25 days between the Amazulu and the Amatuks game. We've now got, after the game today against Sundowns, we've now got over a month before we then play Golden Arrows. It's a pre-season break this time. But why have we played basically, we've had an international break here, and then we've come back for 2 cup games. If we got knocked out in the semi-final, it would have only been 1 cup game. And if we're not playing in the semi-final, we wouldn't have any games. So we'd have just had from the 6th of November until the 17th of January off, basically. That just seems insane. But we have got some friendlies already programmed and a couple more we've proposed. So yeah, Golden Arrows and Cape Town Spurs will be Monday's episode. But let's get on with today's one because we do have a cup final to address. Our finances, just a quick update, 1.1 million in the bank, plenty in the transfer budget and the wage budget. The dynamics is a bit of a nightmare because everybody wants to leave. It's not just me that wants to go. It's all of these players. I mean, he's a first teamer and he wants to go. He wants to go as well. Massetti's a first teamer. He wants to go. Maloto's a first teamer. He wants to go. So we've got 3 first teamers and 4 backup options that basically they want to play in a better division. They want to leave to play in the Champions League or they want to play in a stronger squad, all this sort of stuff. But the club atmosphere is very good. Team cohesion is good. Managerial support is also good. One other thing I did want to show you as well, actually, if we go back to the home screen, I was looking for jobs and I noticed here that Manchester United is available. And I looked at that and I thought, do you know what? Because this accidental Pentagon thing is not going to last until March when the new game, when FM25 comes out. So I have been thinking of what I can do between the end of this save and FM25 coming out. And I kind of come across the idea of moving to the Premier League, because we've not done the Premier League in this save yet, but moving to the Premier League and taking over somewhat of a fallen giant. And Manchester United are absolutely a fallen giant. If we have a look at their competitions page, the Premier League, they've not won the Premier League since 2013. We're in 2037. That's 24 years since Manchester United last won the Premier League in FM. They were runners-up in 2029. They were third place in 2028. But basically, they've done nothing. They've not won a Champions League. Where's the FA Cup? They've not won an FA Cup either since 2016. The League Cup, they've won in 2032 and 2028. So basically, since this save game started, they've only won 2 Carabao Cups. And I looked at that and thought, do you know what? That could be an awesome fallen giant to take over. The problem is I can't apply for the job. I can declare interest in the job, but I can't apply for the job. And I have no idea why. But I also did notice that Liverpool is available. They have won a few things since then. They've won a Champions League in 2031, so that's 6 years ago in game. Runners up the following year. The Premier Division they've not won since 2026, so that's 11 years ago. The FA Cup they won in 2030, so they're current holders of the FA Cup, but prior to that it had been 15 years since they last won it. The Carabao Cup they've not won since 2022, so basically since this save game started. So they're another fallen giant as well. So I am kind of keeping my eye out for that kind of thing, but I'm not going to apply. Well, I can't apply for the Man United job, and I'm not going to apply for the Liverpool job because I am going to stick with Cape Town City at least for this season. I mean, if we finish where we are, we're going to get sacked probably. So we might not have much of an option, but we will stick with Cape Town City for the time being. And the first thing we need to try and do is go and win the South African Knockouts Cup against Sundowns. And here we are at the Matchday Centre for the game against Sundowns. Technically, it says we're the away team there, but the game's being played in our stadium, so we are effectively the home team. So Gomazulu in goal, Nwandwi and Frimpong in the wing-back positions with Ayanda and Massetti in the central defence. They don't play particularly well together, apparently, but we're the second best defence in the league, so they can't be that bad. Gobesi and Maloto in the centre of midfield, Mofokeng and Nkobo out wide, with Mayambela as a poacher and Shueni as an inside forward up top. Let's get into it then. Let's see if we can actually pick up our first trophy in Africa. It might actually make me feel a little bit better about myself if we can pick up a trophy. Always a nice little morale boost. They're playing a 4-4-2. I am still resisting playing the 4-4-2, but yeah, and at the moment, to be fair, this formation that we're doing, the 4-2-4, is kind of working. 2 wins and 2 draws. That also is kind of 3 wins and a draw. So that's a more positive way of looking at it. But yeah, if we can make this formation work, then great. We are on a balanced mentality, and we've had an opportunity there, but as usual, we've blasted it high and wide and not particularly handsome. But yeah, hopefully this formation can be the one that actually kickstarts us into some sort of good run of form. But the one thing I've noticed with us is we can go through and have a few games where we're looking or at least picking up the results. But then we just lose again, and it's just so deflating. It really is. Right, let's get on with this game anyway. Here's Mayan Bella picking up the ball in a deeper position. Shueni's through, and Shueni has scored his 6th goal of the season. The referee's not disallowing it. It is going to stand, and Cape Town City are 1-0 up against Sundowns in the final of the South African Knockouts Cup. We have another highlight. Not long. We do have this habit. I didn't do what I've been trying to do, which is when we take a lead, drop to cautious for 5-10 minutes, and now we have a highlight almost straight away that starts with Sundowns. Can we win the ball back? That would be quite nice if we could. Yep, we do. We intercept. Here's Nkobo now to Shueni, Gabesi to Maloto. Maloto's still with the ball, finds Wandwe out on the left, but he just gives it away. Right, we've won it back again. Gabesi, he tried to find Nkobo, but couldn't quite make the pass. We should intercept again, and we do. It's Shueni! What a strike from Shueni for his 7th for the... Oh, it's been rolled out. It don't seem to matter what formation I play either. My strikers just always get goals disallowed. It's almost an every game thing. And it is very, very frustrating. And I know some people are going to say, is it because of the composure or the decisions and all that? It's not necessarily down to... I mean, don't get me wrong, these players have not got great composure and decision making. But my players at Dortmund, the likes of Juan Rios and Erez Levi, they had decent composure and decision making. But they were still getting goals disallowed all the time. It might be the advanced forward role that does it. It might be if you're playing as an advanced forward, you're just naturally on that line of the defence. And the other team might just be very good at actually laying the offside trap. Is Nkobo with a corner though, in towards the near post. It's cleared. Shueni picks up the loose ball, gives it to Massetti, to Ayanda. He gives it to Maloto, who's our anchor in midfield and the furthest man back. Mofokeng now out on the left, puts the ball into the box. It was a dangerous looking ball, but we couldn't make the most of it. We win it back again though. Here's Nkobo. We've actually looked pretty decent in this game. Here's Shueni. To Nwandwe. Into the box. Oh, and it's a goal from Gabesi. His 2nd of the season. The referee's not ruling this one out. It's 2-0. Are we going to get a cup? Are we going to lift a trophy? I'll tell you what, I wasn't expecting a trophy lift at the end of, or at this point of the season, halfway through the season, from the way we have been playing anyway. But we have looked very decent in this game. We're not, I mean, they're actually dominating possession. You can tell we're not playing that vertical tiki-takas. We're not dominating possession anymore. But we have looked pretty decent. I think I'm just going to let it run on for another few minutes before we make our first substitution. Why change what's winning for us at the moment? But we'll make that change now because we have got a few tired legs. And Kobo's looking tired, so we bring him off. Oh, what have I done? I've got nobody on the bench that can play on the right-hand side. Right, what we can do is we can bring on Moses and swap Moses and Mofokeng over, and Mofokeng can play on the right-hand side. And then, who's this one? Oh, that's Mofokeng. We won't take him off. Who have we got here? So Ayanda can come off and Sifo Roman can come on for him. 22 minutes to go. 2-0 up. Surely we're not going to let this drop now. Right, they're on the attack now, down the right-hand side. They get a ball into the box. There's no one there. And there's a bit of a hurried clearance, really, for no reason. There's no one anywhere around him. He could have taken control of the ball. Oh, how was that a penalty? Oh, my word. I say surely we're not going to let them back into it. They have a penalty. We're not going to save it. There you go. I mean, you can't expect him to save a penalty. They've made it 2-1. That's his 6th goal of the season. Right. We're going cautious. I'm panicking now because I really want this trophy. And I'm really hoping we can see this out. What substitutions can we make? We've got a few tired legs. Mofokeng's not. Again, we've got nobody on the right-hand side that can come on, really. What we could do is we can move Mayembela out there. Bring Ndevu on for him up top. Swap them two over as well. Oh, what else can we do? The problem we've also got is we have Maloto and Gabesi here in midfield. I need to give you some injury news because we've got a player that's out for quite a while. well, out for the season. The other players we've got, Swane can play in these roles, but nobody else can basically. And Swane is not massively good, but we did bring him here, so let's give some faith to him. Come on, boys, just please see this out. Right, I'm going to go time wasting. Where are we? In possession. Time waste frequently, always. Just do all the time wasting, please. Come on, 4 minutes to be added on. Oh no. Don't do this to me, FM, please. Oh, of course they've done it. We are useless. We really are. Right, it's going to be extra time. Might as well take the time wasting back off because we don't need to do that anymore. Right, we'll go back to balanced mentality. Time wasting didn't work. Let's go back to the dressing room. Oh, I can't believe we've let a 2-goal lead slip in the last 14 minutes of the game. We are just useless. We really are. Right, we have a corner. Moses to take it. An in-swinger from the right-hand side. Goes towards the back post. The keeper came out for it. Didn't really do much, I don't think. And David to Shueni. Gabesi. Oh, is it the woodwork? Oh, Gabesi. Is this going to be another penalty shootout that we're going to have to go through? I mean, we won the one against Amazulu, so maybe we can win a penalty shootout. But they're the team with the momentum. They've come from 2-0 down to level it to 2-2. They have momentum on their side. I mean, does anyone want to close someone down? No, just let them score. This is why I say about wanting to leave this club and leave Africa, because it's thoroughly miserable and I don't like it. I'm not a miserable person. Not usually anyway, believe it or not. Right. Do we have we have at least one more. So Radaby can come on. For Frimpong. Tanjagora can come on for Gabesi. No, we can't make another one. That baffles me as well, why you can't make an extra substitution when it gets to extra time. You know, you're asking your team to play an extra 30 minutes. You should be allowed to have at least one more substitution. Right, 1 minute to be added on. It's going to be penalties. I hate penalties. Right. Shueni, on you go. I mean, they're rubbish. Look at how did we win a penalty shootout before? Moses, Massetti. These two, I don't really want taking penalties. They're nervous and aggressive. So Swane can come on there. I mean, Radaby is so bad, the goalkeeper's the preferred option. We'll just leave it at that for now. Right. Relax, pick your spot and don't change your mind. There you go. Oh, here we go. Right. They step up. The team that goes first usually win penalties, so I'm assuming we're losing this. Mabena with the penalty and scores it. It's 1-0 to Sundowns. Mayembela steps up for us. He's their best penalty taker. If he can't score, we don't stand a chance. And he has scored, thankfully, straight down the middle. He's quite lucky the keeper moved. Right, Masondo for Sundowns, for them to retake the lead. Oh, Gomazelu saved it. Oh, he's not completely useless. Right, Shueni, we paid money for you. Repay us. Oh, he does. He scores into the right-hand corner. It's 2-1. We have the advantage. Sundowns up for their third penalty. They score. I mean, it's straight down the middle and he barely moved. So I don't really know how he didn't save it. But, right, Gabesi, penalty number 3 for us. Oh, he's been saved. Well, that advantage lasted long. Right, here comes Sundowns with their 4th penalty. Oh, and Gomazulu has done it again. He's a hero. Right, Moses, you need to score this. We can't keep missing penalties. Oh, he's missed. He's put it wide. I mean, Gomazulu has saved 2 penalties. I don't think I can really ask much more of him. Oh, he saved a third. Oh, my word. He saved a third penalty. Just, right, Massetti. Score this and we've won the cup. We'll get a trophy lift if you score this penalty. Sweet right foot. There it is. We've won the cup. We've won the South African Knockouts Cup, ladies and gentlemen. 2-2 after extra time. We win on penalties. Oh, let's savour this moment. We get I didn't think we were good enough to get a trophy lift with this team, but this has kind of given me a little bit of extra motivation now. We lift our first trophy as Cape Town City manager. Here we go. Will it be blue and yellow confetti that comes down? Go on, hurry up. There you go. Well, no, it's dark blue and light blue. There you go. Beautiful confetti, beautiful fireworks. You've got to love it. And we have won the South African Knockouts Cup. Wonderful. Congratulations. What a win. And here you go. Oh, there was a little cartwheel happen there. Right, we do now have like over a month off. So these are teams accepting friendly things. Don't need to know about that. Fitness coach for our under whatevers. We get £210,000 for winning the competition. We've lifted the trophy. We obviously haven't won it for a little while, the past winners. When was the last time we won it? So we won it in 2031-32, beating Golden Arrows in the final. It is our 4th time of winning this. Yeah, the 4th time that we've won this cup. Lovely, lovely stuff. There's the penalty shootout and all that. The board are pleased. He could be leaving. I mean, pretty much everyone's on the verge of leaving at the moment. Right, in terms of the schedule, go back again. We now have a long time off until we play our next go. We're going to be playing Golden Arrows and Amatooks next. I'll do those off camera and we'll come back for Golden Arrows versus Cape Town Spurs in Monday's episode. We don't know who we face in the South African Cup first round yet, but the South African Knockout Cup, there you go. We have won the competition and that is awesome. We are 6th in the league as well, by the way, but we'll talk about that more next week. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have an amazing weekend, whatever you're doing, maybe Christmas shopping or whatever else. And I'll see you on Monday for the next one. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.